yourself and allowing a support card to deal damage. Well, I've been Swift Artblade. Thank you very much for watching. I did it! You couldn't just let me have the win, could you, John? I was so happy with myself. Well, I tell you what, I agree with you on there, but I can't. It's just not happening. Oh, Neil Patrick Harris. Fine, I guess we're doing this. So, I had 6 hours worth of footage that unfortunately I cannot use because I like to keep my videos below 5 minutes. However, this one's already double that due to me wanting to talk through the deck that I was using and my mindset as I was going through it. So without further ado, I'm going to explain this, but let's jump right in because there's a lot to cover. See, believe it or not, there are actually multiple ways of winning this. Now, when you search up a win condition card, which I did do prior to this, you start to come across people going methods of one-hit wins, or when you use a card you're going to win. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fulfilling a set of rules that allows you to win. And there are two that come to mind. The first is one of the Yols. He's in the yellow deck, where if you fill up both lanes at the start of your turn, right, and both lanes are filled, you automatically win. The second one, and the one I decided to use for this 100% pacifist run, and some of you have got to have noticed the counterfeit trinket, but you want to know what? He played that card, so I'm counting that as a win for me automatically. It's called Unite the Houses, and all you need is a single card from every single race on the board. Well, not race, but colour, but you get what I mean. From every single house on the board. You fulfill that condition, you play the card immediately, and boom, you've won the deck. Can you do it without causing your opponent a single point of damage? Well, he caused it to himself, so yes you can. So I think it's time I actually define the rules, because I ain't ending it there. Even if I swing it that the opponent caused the damage to himself, I cannot live with that result, because I still technically caused a point of damage to my opponent by stealing one of his cards and replacing it with a trinket that I brought myself, and I thought it was real. I didn't know it was counterfeit, but at the end of the day, though, what can you do? I mean, this is the Elder Scrolls universe. You try and buy something and it could be a soul gem, it could look at you the wrong way, it could literally change you into something else. I mean, come on, the Wabberjack is a thing, and I'm going off topic now. So here's what you need. You need all 5 houses on the field. That is red, blue, yellow, green, purple, and I think neutral just for good measure, but I don't actually think neutral counts. So here's what you need. You will want to buff up your mana something chronic, because you can never, ever guarantee you are going to get a low cost card from one of the other houses. I run this deck with using the Isles of Madness card, which will change every single card in your deck to a randomized colour and just a randomized deck in general. That actually helps you because it does involve all 5 colours, and that's what you need. Mudcrab Merchant, there is always a chance you will pull one out, and the best card you can use is the Apothecary, which is on the end left of your screen right now. That woman puts a random elixir on your field, and yes, support cards count. Now, before we go any further, and before I talk about this win condition and how useful it is, I just want to point out that I do not attack any creatures either, and even though they attack me, and yes, some of their creatures do die, I do actually have stock footage from a general of the battlefield that I think you should hear, and I think you'll all agree with me, it doesn't count as me causing them any damage. Men, friends, we are going to go to the battlefield and show that there is another way. We are going to show that you do not have to kill. You do not have to cause damage to each other. We will show that there is a new era upon us, and we shall, dare I say it, unite the houses. If an enemy charges at you with your shield raised, you shall stand there and take his attack. If your opponent causes damage to himself or falls to the dirt, that, nay, is not your fault. You shall be the soldier that we want you to be, and not raise your swords to them. Any damage caused to any creature is and will always never be your fault. And yes, I cannot speak properly when I am going into battle. That is all I have got to say to you men, so to the battlefield. You know what, I'll say it, I think that general knows what he's talking about. I do not know, what gives me that sort of oomph about him, but he's got such a suave and sexy voice. I mean, So, going back to the deck, you see, I run this with multiple different possibilities, and yes, at this point in the game, I have put the Isles of Madness down, but I do have a new era in my hand as well. If I was attacking, I think that this deck could actually do quite well, but seeing as I'm not, I need that added oomph to clear the board so I have room to work. And you see there, look, red and green, that counts for both of them. I mean, heck, if you had that red and green and you had a blue, purple and yellow card, which I actually don't think there are any, you would then be able to play Unite the Houses, because the moment you have all 5 colours on the board, you can just play it. Now, I don't understand why this hasn't actually gotten much play. I think maybe it's because it is a bit ridiculous to think that there is a reliable way of bringing out all 5 houses, because there isn't. I mean, I will be honest, I get lucky that I pull these cards, but the goal here is to win without causing any damage, and I'm going to be honest, I can't believe I pulled it off. When I did the other one of healing myself until I got the Ring of Namara, John, mentioning your name again, he was right. In all fairness, if you're just going to heal yourself and you're not going to cause your opponent any damage, that's what you should do. And I am going to continue trying to get that healing until my opponent runs out of cards out. But that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of hours. So I want to do more challenges like this on the side. And as you can see, because it's coming to the end now, I did it. Not a single point of damage during this game was given to him. As we heard from that magnificent general earlier on, that sexy general, there is no murder. My side was completely peaceful, and with only 7 life left, I pull off the win. Now, if you guys want to give me any other ideas for, I do go a bit crazy here with the mouse, for different win conditions, I am more than willing to do that. If you want to see actual deck breakdowns, as in proper, not me just skimming past it while I'm showing you me winning a certain way, I am willing to do that. I am your figurative YouTube Elder Scrolls or any CCG slave. You want to see me download a CCG and try and pull off a ridiculous win condition? You put it in the comments. You like the video. And as always, you subscribe. And this is just proving how much I lost. I lost so many times in a row trying to pull this off. Anyway, I've been Swift Dartblade. You're welcome, John. I hope this pleases you. I will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much for watching. Mm-hmm.